Welcome to Screw the Commute, the entrepreneurial podcast dedicated to getting you out of the car and into the money. With your host, lifelong entrepreneur and multimillionaire, Tom Antion.
Hey everybody, it's Tom here with episode 528 of Screw the Commute podcast. Today is another episode of cell phone tips. Now, I've done, I think, 3 other episodes on this, all different tips. So you might want to go back and listen to episode 367, 415, and 508. Of course, those will be in the show notes. Now, I happen to use iPhone, but you Android users usually have similar features. But since I don't use Android, I can't tell you how to use them. So what I want you to do is get the idea and then just Google the instructions for Android. Somebody will tell you how to do it. And I do have one tip in this episode coming up where iPhone and Android finally communicate in one specific fun application that you can use for business. Now, for you iPhone people, a lot of the things I talk about are in this episode depend on iOS 15, so make sure you upgrade. All right. Hope you didn't miss episode 527. Of course, on all these back episodes, you do screwthecommute.com and then the episode number /527. I told you about a new image format that's very easy to implement that will speed up your website like crazy. So you got to check out episode 527. Now, if you like to make money with my stuff, how about joining my affiliate program and refer my stuff for money? And we hardly ever get returns, so the people you refer us to will be very happy with you, and we will take care of them. So if you're interested in that, email me at tom@screwthecommute.com, and we'll give you details on how to work it best for you and the audience that you have. Now, this episode's pretty much about automation, using your cell phone to automate yourself, but that's also why I give away my automation book. I'm a big fanatic for automation. It's made me millions of extra dollars because I'm not fighting with the technology. I use it to my advantage, and there's lots of cheap and free ways to do it. If you would just take the time to implement some of these things, it'll save you thousands of hours into the future. Get that through your head. So grab a copy at screwthecommute.com/automate-free, screwthecommute.com/automate-free. And while you're at it, get a copy of our podcast app at screwthecommute.com/app. That's APP. You can put us on your cell phone and tablet and take us with you on the road. Now, we're still going strong with our program in our school to help persons with disabilities get trained, get hired, and get their own business if they want to. So we'd love to have your help on this. And guess what? I just put out a thing called a triple whammy sale. You can go to screwthecommute.com, triple whammy, WHAMMY. And this is where you get good training, you get a tax deduction, and you help these people with their studies in the scholarship program. So check that out at screwthecommute.com/triple whammy, and all the proceeds of the training that I personally give you or your staff or whoever you want me to give it to will go towards the scholarship program for persons with disabilities. So a triple whammy. You get training, you get a tax deduction, and you help out people that are less fortunate. So check that out. All right, let's get to the main event. Well, I'm going to give you several different things. They're all unrelated, but they're related to your cell phone, but they just help you do all kinds of stuff. And I'm just going to repeat these episodes that you also want to listen to. 367, 415, and 508. 367, 415, and 508. This is 528. And these are all using your cell phone to automate yourself. I know a lot of you are working off your cell phone, but you're probably not using the things that will help you out. All right, so this first thing is the one that I told the Android users that finally the iPhone and the Android can communicate on FaceTime. Ha ha ha! How do you like that? So all you got to do is, remember, you got to go to iOS 15, and then you go to your FaceTime app, you click New FaceTime, and then you invite people, whoever you want to come, and then you click Invite with Messages, and you can write them a note, or you can just leave the default that says Join FaceTime. FaceTime will open, and they can click on a link and be connected to you on FaceTime on an Android. How about that? So I'll repeat those directions real quick, but they'll be in the show notes. Go to your FaceTime app, click on New FaceTime, invite the people you want to be on the call, one or more. Click Invite with Messages, write a note, or leave the default, Join FaceTime, and FaceTime will open, and there you go. All right. How do you like that? Now, this next one, I just liked it because it's pure entertainment. It's kind of cool. I mean, I don't think anybody in the world is ever going to talk to anybody in person anymore the way it's going, so you got to get good at all these different methods of communicating with people. So this one is kind of a pretty much entertaining thing, but you can watch movies with other people remotely. All right. Now I have had two people in my life that were married and sat in the same office and texted each other instead of talked to each other. So I've known about that kind of stuff for a long time. So you could do it in the same home if you wanted to, or office, but most of the time it's going to be remotely. So what this is you can watch a movie with a bunch of other people remotely through FaceTime and SharePlay. So what you do is you open FaceTime, you invite the people you want to watch with you, you swipe up to minimize FaceTime, then you choose what streaming service. This doesn't work on all of them at this point, but there's more coming all the time. So you got Apple TV Plus, you got Disney Plus, you got Hulu, HBO Max, ESPN Plus, the NBA app, Twitch, TikTok, Masterclass, Paramount Plus, and Pluto TV. That's all the ones I know about now. And as a sidebar, Pluto TV, I gotta, shine my badge a little bit here, because Pluto TV was started by a boy that I recruited out of 10th grade to help me, and I turned him into an entrepreneur instead of a corporate person. And he went on to make a bunch of startups. And the third one was Pluto TV, which, if you're sitting down, he sold recently. This is all online. You can see the details. Sold Pluto.TV to Viacom for $340 million. I told him, next time, if I ever come to LA again, I don't know, and nobody's going towards California anymore, but if I do, you're buying dinner, buddy. That was Ilya Pozin, Pozin. You can look him up on online and see. He wrote a Forbes article attributing me to helping him become an entrepreneur, and then he's really took off. So really proud of him. But anyway, you can watch movies remotely with people. I'm not going to repeat all those services, but it's using FaceTime and SharePlay. Those are the two things you put together, and you can do it. All right. Next thing is finding a lost app. Sometimes you accidentally hide an app on your phone. And you say, where the heck did this thing go? And sometimes you just got so darn many apps. I mean, sometimes you try to put them in a folder to save space and you lose it. So the first thing you can do is search for it. So just instead of swiping left to go to different screens, swipe right and click search, and you can find your app. But if you hit it, it's hidden. So what you do is you swipe all the way to the end of your screens, and it comes to your app library. And then you search for the app there, and then if you press and hold the app icon, and the menu is going to appear, and it's going to say tap on add to home screen. And so you can add the app back if you have accidentally hidden it or lost it. All right. Next one is Safari extensions can now be used in iOS 15. So I just picked two of them I'll tell you about, but you can search for other extensions and make your browser in your iPhone do different things. So, Chrome has extensions. We've all hopefully have heard of that you can add things to Chrome to make it do stuff. For instance, I have a Chrome, I think it's called Kindle. I don't know what the name of it is offhand. I didn't plan on telling you about it, but a lot of times when you're doing research on Kindle books, you don't want to have to open the book and scroll down to the bottom to see how popular it is and all that stuff. So this thing, as soon as you put your mouse over a Kindle book or any kind of product, it gives you the whole deal about what the product is, the ASIN or Amazon information number and how popular it is. All those things are right there really quick. So that's an extension. It's kind of like a plugin for WordPress, but it's called an extension when it's on your browser. So I picked out two of them for you that might be useful for you. One is called Ad Block. So blocking ads, what it does, it helps make your pages load faster, and you get annoyed with ads all the time. So sometimes you want to just get rid of them. Now the thing is some web pages won't let you load their content unless you disable your ad blocker. So you really want one that you can turn on and off easily. So ad block is pretty easy. I'm pretty sure it's free. So that's one that you can add as an extension. So you just Google how to add a extension to a Safari browser in iOS, and somebody will have a YouTube video for you. Now the other one that I use is called Honey, and this is on my desktop or my laptop and all that stuff. And I get discounts all the time, especially when people are here and I'm ordering pizza from Papa John's or something. So Honey comes up and searches a bunch of coupon codes, and I almost always save a bunch of money with a coupon code that I would have never known about, put into the deal. And some of the times when people are here, it's a $80-100 pizza order, or more. So you can save significant amount of money. So anytime Honey thinks that there's a coupon available for you to save some money on no matter what you're trying to buy, if it sees a coupon, it tells you about it, and it tests it to see if it still works or expired. And so it's really handy, and it's saved me a lot of money, and it's a free thing. So that's a browser extension for Safari. Now you can, like I said, Chrome has it too. All right, so another thing for your browser is a lot of times you're reading an article and you want to finish it later, or you want to save it for any number of reasons. You want to save this thing. So in the new Safari, you click on the share button at the bottom of the screen, and then you scroll down, and there's a whole bunch of things when you share that you can share to. So you want to scroll down and share it to add to reading list. All right, so that's all you got to do. Now, how do you get to the reading list? Well, to get back to it, you open Safari, and then you tap the little bookmark icon. It looks like a little open book. So that's your bookmark icon. And then you tap on, there's three little tabs. One looks like a pair of glasses. So you tap that, and that takes you to your reading list. And along the way, it'll ask you, do you want to save this for offline reading so you don't have to be connected or on Wi-Fi or anything? You could be out in the woods and still read the thing if you've saved it for offline reading. So that's a cool feature. And then you can search for the articles, the web pages, and then if you want to get rid of them after you're done with them, you swipe left and hit delete. And you can swipe right if you want to say, oh, it's read or unread, if you want to come back to it. So it's a very handy thing in the Safari browser. And at the bottom of the screen, you can tap show all of your articles or only show the ones you haven't read yet. So it's a pretty cool function. And next one, wow, this is a really great one. It's called Focus Mode. So, see, you can create an iPhone home screen page that shows when you're in focus mode, it only shows things that you're working on. And so you're not distracted with all kinds of stuff. And you can there's all kinds of settings on it too. So you can set it so that when you're working, you only get notifications from certain places or people. So it cuts out all the personal distractions for you. You can set it so personal so you don't get all your work distractions, all right? So it's very cool. You just turn on and off focus mode. And I'm not going to give you all the options here because there's just so many of them that you can do because it's personal to you. You can say, okay, what apps do I want on my focus page? And I think you can have more than one focus page, for a work one, a personal one. You can have a do not disturb page, which you set where you can still allow certain people to get through the do not disturb. Maybe your family, your kids, whoever you want or maybe you have an elderly parent that you want to be able to get through even if you're sleeping. All right. So you can do all that kind of stuff. That's in focus mode. So basically to get to it, you just go to settings and then focus. And then you'll start seeing all the potential things you could do there or watch a YouTube video. All right, before I give you the last one, just want to remind you about our triple whammy sale that helps you get training, get a tax deduction, and help people with disabilities. Because all the money all the work that I put in to help you is going to help these people with their studies and their scholarship program. So check it out at screwthecommute.com/triple whammy. Okay, so the last one I want to tell you about today, and I highly encourage you go to those other three because everyone has a whole bunch of these things that are different that helps you. Virtually all of them are business oriented. I did throw that one where you could watch movies in because that's a pretty cool thing. Watch movies remotely with people, but all the other ones are business related. So make sure you listen to those other three episodes. All right, so this last one is, now this won't work for everybody. It hasn't been rolled out to every state. Yes, this is actually a state-related thing in the United States. But you can add your driver's license to your Apple Wallet. And I tried it. It's not available in my state yet. So you just keep your eye on it and try it every once in a while, and you can have your driver's license added. Basically, all you're going to do is go to your Apple Wallet, hit the plus sign, and then if it's available, it's going to say choose state ID or driver's license, and that only happens if it's available. So that way you can have all your stuff. People are trying to get away from carrying an actual wallet and putting everything on their cell phone. I don't know if I'll get to that point, but certainly the cell phone, we keep it with us all the time, and it's just really part of our business life and our personal life. And people, something on TV, they said people wouldn't give up their cell phone for $5 million. I don't know, something crazy. Like, I get it because we're all so dependent on them. All right, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Check all those back episodes. Got loads of training, and I'll catch you on the next episode. See you later.